the mandate which the Commission of Inquiry received from the Human Rights Council without a negative vote required us to look into whether there had been crimes against humanity. The answer to that is yes. And then they ask, what do we advise for making people accountable for them? And we've given a number of options, including one of them is to set up an ad hoc tribunal like the one on the former Yugoslavia, and the other is to refer the matter to the International Criminal Court, which requires action by the Security Council. But we've laid it all out. We've given the information, we've given the testimony that we have available, and we've said that action should be taken. So now it's a matter of whether the international community is serious about the duty to protect and the taking of steps for defending human rights in North Korea.
The response from the regime in North Korea is that your report is nonsense.
Well, unfortunately, for 20, 30, 40 years, that has been how North Korea has escaped the obligations which are now laid down under the Charter of the United Nations and the Human Rights Treaties for serious complaints about human rights abuses to be judged. They've simply refused to engage. They have denied it. They've said the people who give this testimony are human scum. They've said it's all nonsense and it should be ignored. Well, we took an unusual step. We acted very transparently. We conducted public hearings. We took the testimony, we recorded it, and it's now online. It can be viewed all around the world, except in North Korea, where only the elite have access to the internet. And it's really for ordinary people and for the political leaders of countries to have a look at that and to judge whether, as we think, the testimony that's been given is not only credible but brave testimony by people who have had enough and who have escaped North Korea and have come forward and have, in many cases, been willing to give their evidence in public before the international community, so that they have acted on the assumption that the United Nations and the international community will act, and I certainly hope that that will be borne out.
What was most shocking for you personally? Because I've seen you say that you were moved to tears by some of the testimony.
Well, there was so much of the testimony that was shocking. The treatment of people in the political prison camps, the abduction of young people from Japan to take them to North Korea to teach Japanese, the tremendous problems of poor supply of food during a great famine, the starvation of so many people, the fact that even to this day 26% of young babies in North Korea are seriously stunted. The fact that all of these things are happening, public executions, even the recent execution of the second most important person in the country and his disposal within a matter of days, all of this is really shocking to humanity, and that's the test for a crime against humanity. Is this conduct that engages and involves the civilian population shocking to the conscience of humankind? And I believe that many of the stories now available online are in that category.